between your fastest local horse and Burke and Walsh's unbeaten champion, the fastest animal on four legs, the great Hassan. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Now look, now look, now look. And now for the special event, the race for the $1,000 prize. Introducing that great horse from your own fair city of Rubyville, Starlight, ridden by his owner, Fred Miller. And our own entry, the horse that has never yet been beat, the fastest animal on four legs, Hassan, ridden by Prince Ben Ali. The race will be once around the circus grounds, beginning and ending right here. All ready? Get set. 1, 2. And now, in just a few moments, the main show will start in the big top. Right this way for the big show.
That was a good race, son. Here's a present for you.
Get away from here. He doesn't like little boys.
Let go of him. Why don't you pick on somebody your own size?
Did he hurt you, Uncle Joey?
6, 7. No, he didn't.
Are you afraid of Ben Ali?
8, 9. No, I'm not.
Well, you didn't do anything about it.
10. Yes, I did. I counted to 10.
Counted to 10.
That's right. Anytime you get mad, stop and count to 10. That gives you time to think. And if you take time to think, then you won't do something you're sorry for.
Well, he didn't count to 10, and he didn't act very sorry. He just stood there and laughed at you.
Well, isn't that what clowns are for? Make people laugh? Besides, I told him to pick on somebody his own size, and that's just what he did. I guess I won that argument. You go and get that sugar and take it to Bimbo.
Do you think Uncle Joey was afraid of Ben Ali? Do you, Bimbo? I guess not. Maybe he counted 10 because he knows the show needs a sign. But it's too bad that such a great horse has to belong to a man like that.
You made him do that. You and that stupid elephant better clear out. Get him off or he'll crush me.
Don't hurt him, Bimbo. Raise it up. Don't hurt him, Bimbo. Raise it up. Raise it up. Up with it.
What's going on here?
Get rid of this brat or I quit.
Honest, it wasn't my fault, Mr. Champion.
I won't stay on this show as long as he's around. Now get rid of him.
Now, wait a minute, Ben Ali. I don't know who's right or wrong yet, but don't tell me how to run my show.
Without me, you wouldn't have a show. Now, if he's still here by tomorrow, I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Mr. Champion.
Do me a favor, will you, Corky? Keep out of his sight. Okay?
Okay.
I know Ben Ali isn't exactly our kind of people, but the circus needs him. So stay away from him. For the good of the show. Fair enough?
Fair enough, Mr. Champion.
comical today. Get out of the road for old Aunt Tucker. He's too late to come to supper. Combed his hair with a wagon wheel, died with a toothache. Or, maybe I'm not so comical today.
You're always funny, Uncle Joey.
Well, if I'm so funny, how come you're not laughing?
Uncle Joey, is Ben Alley really as important to this show as he thinks he is?
Well, his horse is mighty important to the show. You see, their race is what the circus calls a ballyhoo. It draws the crowds. That's important. So why don't you and I just forget about Mr. Ben Alley and let him go his way and we'll go ours. For the good of the show, huh?
That's what Mr. Champion said, too. All right, Uncle Joey, for the good of the show. Here, Bimbo, you have it. I don't want any tonight. I won't be around for a while, Bimbo. You see, if Ben Al sees me anymore, he'll quit. So I guess I gotta go, for the good of the show. Tonight, when the wagons are rolling and everybody's asleep, I'll hop off along the road somewhere. So you be a good elephant and take care of Uncle Joy and take your bath every Saturday night. Goodbye, Bimbo.
Time for getting up. And for breakfast, we are having Wiener Schnitzels mit Apfelsass and peppernickels mit Sauerkraut. Sounds good, nein? Come on. Hey, boss! Oh, Tim! Boss! Corky's gone. What? Yeah, he must have dropped off my wagon last night when I was asleep. Here, look. Read it. Read that.
Dear Uncle Joey, I'm going back to Rubyville to get a job. Don't worry, this way Ben Alley won't quit, and like you said, it's for the good of the show.
Oh.
Don't get mad. Count to 10. I love you, Corky.
I gotta go get him.
Take my rig and get going.
Yeah.
Oh, Joey, don't come back without him.
Now, don't be scared, Buster. He won't hurt you.
He won't?
No, that's Mr. Sinbad, the best pal a man ever had.
He's a camel, isn't he?
Yes, sirree.
But how come you know that? Most little boys wouldn't know a camel if they'd see one.
Well, I used to be with a circus.
Oh, you did? Did they have camels?
No? They had lots of other animals, but no camels.
Oh, I guess not. Camels are mighty scarce.
You're in the army, aren't you?
Used to be. Sergeant Price, 5th in command of the Camel Cavalry. That's where I met Sinbad. But tell me, what's your name? And what are you doing out here?
I'm Courtney, and I'm looking for a job.
Well, you won't find one in Lodestone. Now, me and Sinbad's the only one that's been here in 20 years, and we don't need no help. Him and me, we don't like people, see?
Oh.
Now, you just get on home, skedaddle.
I don't have a home.
You mean you ain't got no folks, no friends?
No.
Oh, well, now, just get hold of yourself there, Buster. And me and Sinbad will be your friends.
But you don't like people.
Oh, well, little kids ain't people. The fact of the matter is that if people would stay little kids, the world would be a whole lot better off. Now, what do you say about a little breakfast?
I'd like some.
Well, me too. Come on. Come on, Mr. Sinbad. So you figured that running away from the circus was the best for all concerned, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you don't have to call me sir. I wasn't no officer. I was just a buck sergeant. But I tell you what, you can call me sergeant if you'd a mind to. I haven't heard anybody call me that for a long, long time.
Don't you ever get lonesome out here, Sergeant?
No, sirree. Sinbad and me, we like to live in the town where nobody else is. You want me to tell you why?
Sure, but first we have some more bacon.
Well, sure. You know, little boys can eat as much as a camel, most likely. But them camels, they got 2 stomachs.
Why did the Army bring the camels into the West?
Well, you see, Buster, about 40 years ago, the United States Army brought Sinbad and a lot of other camels out here to help the pioneers settle the West. See, the brass hats figured that the camel was about the best for desert travel. Oh, and they was right, too. You know, in them days, Sinbad and me was quite a team. But people is no good. They thought that Mr. Sinbad and his brothers was funny looking. They didn't appreciate what the camels was doing for them. And then when the railroads come in, they deserted him.
Poor Mr. Sinbad.
And then when they disbanded the camel cavalry, they turned them all out on the desert. And that's when I threw in with Mr. Sinbad. And him and me come down here to live. Well, there wasn't nobody to laugh at us. Now, this ain't no place for a little boy. And you've got to go back.
But I told you I can't go back.
Yes, you can. You can't solve no problems by running away.
But you and Mr. Sinbad ran away.
Huh? Oh, well, that was different.
Why?
Well, because we didn't have no friends. That's why.
Corky! Hey, Corky!
That's Uncle Joy!
Corky boy! Oh, boy, am I glad to see you. Oh, say, don't you ever pull a fool trick like this again. Do you hear me? Oh, man. But do you know you had me worried half to death? I drove all the way back to Rubyville. Then when you weren't there, I come back here. I figured you must have taken the wrong road.
This town is sure getting crowded.
Oh, this is Sergeant Price. He and Mr. Sinbad have been awful nice to me. That's Mr. Sinbad over there.
Camel.
Yeah. Ain't you gonna laugh at him?
Well, no. He's a fine-looking camel. Say, where'd you ever get him?
Well, that's a long story, Sonny. But I got the time if you have. Come on, let's have some coffee.
Go on, Gord.
Big crowd here today.
Keeps getting bigger all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah. They say this local horse Smokey's pretty fast. You think Hassan can take him?
If Hassan runs today.
What do you mean, if Hassan runs today?
Depends on you.
All right, let's have it.
My act brings these crowds.
From now on, I want half the money that comes in.
You know I won't stand still for a deal like that.
Then Hassan does not run.
All right, I'm calling your bluff. You're through on this show as of today. Get your things ready and clear out.
You can talk all your dad blame, please, but I ain't gonna let Mr. Sinbad go to no flea-bitten circus for people to stand around and gawk at.
Well, I wish you'd come along, Sarge. Don't you see this? This would give you a chance to tell the whole world about Mr. Sinbad. Why, he'd be a star attraction.
He'd also get along fine with Bimbo.
Well, Mr. Sinbad couldn't stand no more ridicule. He's a very sensitive fella. And it don't make sense to me that because he's an odd-looking animal, that people should make fun of him. Especially an animal that can eat cheaper than the goat, pack a heavier load than a mule, and outrun any horse.
Did you say he could outrun any horse?
He can beat any horse in the world.
I bet I know a horse he can't beat.
Oh, I bet you don't.
Attention, attention, everyone. I'm sorry to announce that the big race for today has been called off.
Who called it off?
Our horse, Hassan, is unable to race.
Unable. Unable to beat my horse, Smokey. That's what you mean. This circus is a fake.
Afraid you'll lose that $1,000.
Let's show 'em, boys. No race, no circus. Come on, folks. Let's tear this tin horn outfit apart.
Hold it, everyone. I'll prove to you that this show is no chip outfit.
Okay, then. Do we have the race?
Yes, get your horse ready. All right, you win.
But I'm now on half the take.
On one condition. That's as long as you keep winning.
That will be for a long time.
And that's what I'm afraid of. Get Hassan ready. I'll draw up an agreement.
Good going, Corky. We could have used you in the old Camel Cavalry.
Thanks, Sergeant.
You take care of Mr. Sinbad, Sergeant. Corky and I are going to see our commanding officer.
Joey.
Corky. He's all right, boss.
I'm sorry I ran away, Mr. Champion. I just did it.
For the good of the show, I know. But you've got to promise me you'll never do it again. Because the circus isn't any good without you.
I promise I won't do it again.
Say, boss, have Corky and I got a surprise for you.
Yeah? Well, I've had just about all the surprises I can take for one day.
Well, what's wrong?
Ben Alley. He's demanded 50% of the gate.
Oh, you didn't give it to him, did you?
He's got me over a barrel. He gets it as long as he keeps on winning.
But that's a surprise, Mr. Champion.
What are you talking about?
Come on outside. You're going to have to see this to believe it.
Here it is, folks, the moment you've all been waiting for. The big race. A 2-mile course marked by the colored flags, with a beginning and ending right here on the midway. First, your hometown entry. From this lovely town of Placerita, that great horse, Smokey, ridden by his owner, Jed Barlow. Next, our own horse, never beaten so far, Hassan, ridden by Prince Ben Ali. And now from your neighboring town of Lodestone, we have an added entry. The amazing Mr. Sinbad, owned by Sergeant Price and ridden by Little Corky.
I told you they'd laugh at him.
Don't worry, we'll show them.
Well, now hang on tight, because riding a camel's hump is rougher than standing on a poop deck in a flat-bottom whaleboat on a Chinese typhoon.
All right, you all know the rules. Get set. Ready? 1, 2.
Figure it out. He must be tired. I forgot he's already traveled 15 miles today.
big show in the big top.
By golly, Sinbad, they ain't laughing at us anymore. They're laughing with us.
Sergeant, you and Sinbad have a job here for as long as you want it. How about it?
Well, sir, it just so happens that we ain't got an engagement at the present time, so you've got yourself a couple of new recruits.
Now you're talking, Sergeant.
And thanks to Corky, Ben Alley is through. From now on, we're featuring Sergeant Price and his racing camel.
Did you hear that, Sinbad?
We have an agreement, champion.
Only if Hassan won.
But it doesn't say anything about racing camels.
It says here that your horse is to race any animal, Ben Alley. Corky, you did it again.
It's all your fault, you and this little brat. If you hadn't butted in, this never would happen.
Are you hurt, Uncle Joy? Are you hurt?
No, I'm just counting to 10. For the good of the circus. 9. Oh!
You were great, Uncle Joy.
Well, I told you. Clowns are supposed to make people laugh. Hey, right, Mr. Sinbad?